The Katsukian Network presents Blues in the Basement with Stephanie.
I want to eat. I told you that when I got here, I was hungry.
And T-Shaw.
I come from a poor family, but we're very talented.
Blues in the Basement.
It's that sound. It's that time for another edition of Blues in the Basement. I am your man, T. Shaw.
And this is your girl, Stephanie. I feel that blues all in my spirit.
I'm so glad you do. So glad to have you aboard for another edition of Blues in the Basement, powered by the Katsukian Network, where you'll find all those other wonderful programs like On Sports,
Funky Politics,
3BC, and of course, you and me, Blues in the Basement. Make sure you tweet us, love us, and like us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast provider. Stephanie.
Yes.
Great show in store today.
A great show. We got a great guest.
We do.
We got John Gemmill.
Yes,
with
Memphis
the BonaFide Blues Festival down in Memphis, Tennessee. They got so much going on in that tri-state area.
It really is.
In the next couple of months that, hey, if you don't have an RV or a plane ticket or a car.
Just getting something
or some friends you can stay with. You're going to miss out.
Ride out and have some wonderful time at some great festivals going on around the tri-state area. Wouldn't you call it down there like that?
Yeah.
Because you got it like in Tennessee
Bridging the blues.
and Mississippi and Arkansas. Yeah, bridging that blues, man. It's going to be a wonderful time. But he's going to be here talking about the Memphis Blues Society as well.
Exactly.
And the BonaFide Blues Fest.
I can't wait.
September 30th and October 1st.
And the kickoff is tomorrow.
Yeah. We're going to be a part of it.
Will you be there?
I will be there. Will you be there?
I'm going to be there.
Hey, you know, you
got your dancing shoes?
Man, as long as I'm with you, baby, I'm always be on my toes.
Okay, I don't know how to take that, but okay.
Taking away that I love you.
You know what? I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that. That's why you don't like LeBron, is because you got to stand on your tippy toes.
The finals are over.
It's over. The foundation has been laid.
It's
and this is not R&R on sports.
This is almost football season, okay?
And this is not R&R on sports. Hey, I want to kick it off with something that I know you don't know anything about.
What's that?
Wild women.
Shh.
Wild women.
I don't know nothing about them.
What do you know about wild women?
I wasn't born in 90. Wasn't last night.
Hey, I bet you didn't know this.
What's that?
And this is from Diane Price and her boyfriend.
What they say?
Wild women don't get the blues. Right here at your blues station.
Blues in the Basement.
I hear these women raving about their monkey men, about their fighting husbands and his no good friends. These poor women sit around all day and moan, wondering why their wandering papas don't come home. But wild women, don't worry. Wild women don't have the blues. If you get a good man, don't ever be on the square, because if you do, he'll have women everywhere. I've never been known to treat just one man right. I keep them working hard both day and night. I'm glad I'm a wild woman. I don't worry. Wild women don't have the blues. I've got a disposition and a way of my own. When that man quit me, he had to find another home. I like lots of good liquor. I can walk the streets late at night. I put that man out 'cause I didn't have to fight. I'm a wild woman, and I don't worry. We wild women don't have the blues. Some people like to love in the parlor, some like to love in lover's lane, but I like to make love in the wee hours of the morning when it's pouring down rain. A wild woman, I don't worry, we wild women don't have blues. You'll never get nothing by being an angel child. You need to change your ways and learn to act real wild. I want to tell you something, and you know I don't lie. We wild women are the only kind that will ever get by. I'm glad I'm a wild woman and I don't worry. We wild women don't have the blues. Now to reiterate but not be redundant, if you get a good man, don't ever be on the square, because if you do, he'll have women everywhere. I've never been known to treat just one man right. I keep them working hard both day and night. I'm glad I'm a wild woman, I don't worry. We wild women don't have the blues.
And we're back with Blues in the Basement, and we have special guest John Gemmill. That's Gemmill, correct?
Correct.
And John is with the Memphis Blues Society that puts on one of the newest and freshest blues festivals that can be found in this country.
Yes, it is.
And what's the name of that festival?
It's the Memphis BonaFide Blues Festival, taking place September the 30th and October 1st at Overton Square here in Memphis, Tennessee. 2 big stages, a whole lot of talent, and it's going to be a wonderful time had by all. You can find out more by going to www.memphisbluessociety.com. But we got the president, the man, Mr. Gemmill, here to tell us more and all about what's going on. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much. Great to be here.
Glad to have you.
It's good to see you again.
So we actually have 3 stages.
3 stages.
Wow.
Okay.
And one is free. We have 2 indoor stages.
Mm-hmm.
One's going to be out in the over in the Courtyard Square, one in Lafayette's Music Hall, and one up the street at Blue Monkey. We got about 35 acts, and I like the Fresh. The Fresh is one of the things that when we were looking at putting together a festival last year, it was kind of like, why do we want to do this? There's so much blues stuff going on in Memphis. A lot of people are always saying, why don't you have a festival? But the answer really is because there's no shortage of blues. If you're in Portland, Maine, and you want to see blues in Portland, you better have a festival because you're not surrounded. Well, we are surrounded by the blues here. The Delta, the Hill Country, even up the river, across the river in Arkansas. So one of our things, and I think what makes the BonaFide Festival so different, is 100% of our acts are from within 150 miles away.
Okay.
So that even excludes music centers like Nashville, and it excludes places that have important blues people, even in our region like Jackson, Mississippi, just a little too far away. We're talking about the Delta, the Hill Country, Memphis, Jackson, Tennessee. We've got an act coming in from there. I think we've got a couple in from Arkansas as well, but it's a very, very local festival. And I would say that Memphis is the only place in the world that we could get 35 acts all from within a day's drive.
Right.
It's because now there's a whole argument about, is Memphis the home of the blues? My thing, and not to really, get too, not like I'm trying to promote FedEx, but what we are not the home of the blues. We are the distribution center of the blues.
Okay.
That's very true.
You're listening to Blues in the Basement with your man T. Shaw, my girl Stephanie.
Hey, Tracy.
Our special guest this evening, Mr. John Gemmill of the Memphis Blues Society. John, before we get to talking about the BonaFide Blues Festival, you want to tell us a little bit about the Memphis Blues Society, what it stands for, how people can join, and all that information?
Well, the easiest way to join is online. You gave the website. It's just memphisbluessociety.com. But we've been around for 11 years. We started in 2005. Very small organization. We turned into a nonprofit around 2010. We kind of rocked along. The thing that's really tied us together from the beginning to today is we have a regular jam, just where musicians come out and play with each other.
When is that jam?
Right now, we are about to wrap up a 3-year run at Rum Boogie. We've been there every Sunday since 3 years ago. I think they've got some new programming ideas that they want to work with, and so we are in the process of changing our location to the Hard Rock, also on Beale Street, right at the end of Beale Street.
It's a great place. It's new.
It's
Lots
new.
of room.
It is, and it's a non-smoking venue, which has been something that has been an issue. Many people, including my girlfriend, will not. She will poke her head in Rum Boogie, but she will not get a chair.
Now her hair and her clothes. No,
it's crazy. So so we're anxious. You know, this is it's a anxious time for us because we've been there 3 years. It's been a great run. We've had fabulous artists come down. We've started paying the band that hosts the jam, having a different band every week. But the big deal is all the musicians who come down. So and it's about the music. So one night there was a guy, I think from Norway, who came up and said, "Man, this band is great. How do we contact this band?" And I said, "There's no band. These guys have never seen each other."
Wow.
There was this is literally true, a Japanese violin player, an Australian guitar player, a bass player from France, I think, and a drummer from Germany.
Wow.
And they had not only never played together, they had never even seen each other. They'd never even been on the same continent at the same time.
So you had the United Nations of blues.
But they were tight. They were rocking, and it was a great show.
So for people that's out there listening to us that won't just inspiring themselves to be a part of the blues, this is somewhere they can come and demonstrate their talents and be able to get on the stage and perform that evening. And
in spite of all the friction between the newbies and the veterans, there's not a single fabulous blues player who didn't start out a nervous kid up on the stage.
Exactly.
So, is it just for musicians or singers as well?
Oh, singers.
Oh, Tracy. Here we go.
Yeah, you'll get the typical jam. Blues is a very guitar heavy thing, so you'll have 20 guitar players and 2 singers.
Right.
Okay. So if you want to sing or play drums or bass, you're guaranteed a spot.
Well.
Now the problem is singing is a little bit more personal, and we do have a hook. So you
okay?
Can I? If I bring him down there, can I use the hook? Can I get the hook?
You won't need to use it. You're listening to Blues in the Basement with your man T. Shaw. Stephanie, our special guest this evening, Mr. John Gemmill of the Memphis Blues Society, talking about the BonaFide Blues Festival taking place in Memphis, September 30th and October 1st. 3 big stages in Overton Square.
That's right. Hey, look for us, love us, like us, tweet us, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe and to rate us however you listen to this podcast.
Yeah, you do that. Rate us on the podcast and let us
That's
know.
he sprung that on us today.
Hey, our producers are always doing something.
We love him.
John, now tell us about the lineup that's going to be taking place at the BonaFide Blues Festival.
So we one of the things we did last year was we surveyed the audience a lot. We got we're bringing the favorite acts. Most of them were that we could book. we're bringing back. But we do have some folks who we didn't have last year. Super Chicken from Clarksdale, and that's CHIKAN, I believe is the correct spelling of that name. And John Nemeth, who's I think has won 5 or 6 or more blues music awards, fabulous singer. Sons of Mudboy, who, I mean, a important part of the blues. Well, actually, so there's a long story with Sons of Mudboy. Sid Selvage did the first blues festival in Memphis, in the Country Blues Festival in 1968 and 69. His son is the guitar player of Sons of Mudboy. So this is a big deal. Plus, Jim Dickinson's son Cody is playing. The original part of the original Mudboy band is Mudboy and the Neutrons is Jimmy Crosswaith, who's going to be there on the. Anyway, they're great. We've got Big Baby. It's a new player.
Baby.
Yeah.
That's your girl, Tracy.
That's my boo thing.
Okay.
She'll love to hear that.
And I should have my list in front of me. There's a couple more that are new this time that we weren't able to book last time. But
we got another half coming up.
Okay,
so,
good.
You know, don't rush your mind. Don't rush. We'll give you another glass of wine and it'll flow.
Excellent.
Well, let me ask you, can people go to a website or anything to check out the lineup? Is that ready at this point, or is there a number they can call to find out more?
Please don't call the number. But the website
Must be going to get you right.
The website is BonaFide Blues Fest, no festival, just fest.
Okay.
.com.
Okay.
And the lineup is not public yet because it's going to be announced officially tomorrow at 5:30.
Okay.
But sometime between 5:30 and midnight, it'll be out on the web.
Well, let's talk about tomorrow. A big event to kick everything off. You want to talk about that and where it's going to take place?
We're having a fundraiser kickoff press event, kind of all-purpose thing at the Blues Hall of Fame. We're working with the Blues Foundation, Blues Hall of Fame on this event, and so we're open. We're kicking it off at the Hall of Fame, 421 South Main. It is it's a fundraiser. The tickets are $50. If you show signs of having a checkbook in your pocket, you might be able to get in for free, but we'll be on you like a cheap suit.
The buy-in.
Yeah.
The buy-in. And Stephanie, we're kind of privileged to be a part of this again this year. I mean,
it's so close to home.
It is.
So why not be?
Overton Square, we'll be there.
It's like family.
Bringing on the acts and having a wonderful time as we did last year. And John's going to be our guide.
So now will Blind Mississippi Morris be there again?
No.
Well, that's okay. I won't be too disappointed. I can still watch him.
I'll pass it on that he's breaking your heart.
Ruby,
we're actually dedicating this festival to Ruby Wilson.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Last year it was Robert Belfour and. This year it's Ruby Wilson.
Okay. Cool. And people should all come out for that because Ruby has been a mainstay in Memphis and she has graced the stages of every place that I can possibly think of from here to...
She's going to open up actually with a couple songs. I think we're going to have, an announcement about her and stuff, but she's going to do a couple songs and then...
What a privilege.
Yeah, it is it's our great privilege. And she's been a force.
Right. 3 stages.
3.
Blues.
Yeah.
Right. 2 days. You don't want to miss this.
I mean, if you're not in the South between August and October,
right,
to enjoy the festivals that are going to take place down here.
There's tons.
It's too many.
Sunflower down in Clarksdale.
Right. We had Bubba on last week. We got King Biscuit. We got the Blues Divas concert.
Yeah.
So we got a lot of great blues coming up in the Mid-South.
I tell you what, man, we need to do one of them songs for one of those artists that's going to be there, and I'm thinking about my baby, baby.
Oh, is there a particular song from your baby, baby?
You know, you always pick the song, so I promise you we'll find one. You know, I know you can go deep down.
Yeah, I'll find one. I'm sure there's something.
Something from my baby, baby. First time at the BonaFide Blues Festival.
First time.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so, John, have you ever heard her perform?
I've never seen her. I've seen her on YouTube. She's
you are
great.
in for a
what a
treat.
privilege.
For a treat, and it's going to be a wonderful time. She's going to be along with a host of others September 30th and October 1st, BonaFide Blues Fest, Overton Square, Memphis, Tennessee. 3 big stages. 3 big stages.
3 stages.
3 big stages. So you don't want to miss it, man. You don't want to miss it. Hey. And is there a ticket information, John? Anything people need to know
Ticket
about?
information will be on the website. It's so the two of the stages are paid, and they're $10 cover basically to get in. So if all you want to do is come down Friday night and go to Lafayette's, that's $10. If you want to see the whole, if you want to go to Lafayette's, Blue Monkey, both nights, $30. Great deal.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and it's and it's $25 if you order it up early. So that'll all be on the website. And
so in the next half, we'll come back and we'll talk to you about what it is the Blues Society really does. And why this event is so great and why the proceeds are so needed.
Right.
This is a music that we cannot lose. It's part of our heritage. No matter what color your skin is,
Exactly.
The blues is a part of your life.
Right.
And it connects us, and we got to keep it around.
And trust me, we need something to bring all of us together.
All
right
of
now.
us.
Hey, you're listening to Blues in the Bass with our special guest, Mr. John Gemmill. It's powered by the Kazuki Network, where you'll find all those other properties like R&R Sports, 3BC, those funky politics, and of course you and me, right here on Blues in the Basement.
I don't want nobody always sitting around me and my man. Well, I don't want nobody always sitting right there looking at me and that man. Being my mother, my brother, my sister. Would you believe we get up, put on some clothes, and I go ahead and buy somebody else I will. I don't mind company. Don't you know it's all right with me? Just once a week, every once in a while. I don't mind company. Don't you know it's all right with me? Just once a week, every once in a while. But when me and that man gets to loving y'all, yes, sister, I did. But I ain't got no time to shit, chat aside. Don't send me no doctor. He take care of my pain.
And that was Tamika Goodman on the Big Baby Live Experience, Volume 1 with Dr. Feelgood, a remake from Aretha Franklin. What you think about that?
I think she made somebody feel real good this song.
Don't send me no doctor. Filling me up with all those pills.
Right? You're on Blues in the Basement. I'm your man, T. Shaw.
And this is your girl, Stephanie.
Our special guest, Mr. John Gemmill of the Memphis Blues Society. We're here talking to him about the BonaFide Blues Fest, Overton Square, September 1st, September 30th, October 1st.
Get those dates
3
right.
stages.
Get 'em right.
3, you know, Mom, I'm bad with dates. 3 stages here in Overton Square, Memphis, Tennessee. John, we want to talk to you about the future of the Blues Society right now and where you see that going and how can people join again?
Well, how to join is the future of our society is members. And when I think 4 or 5 years ago, we had 70 members. Now we're well over 300. And that's really what we need. You know, that's our lifeblood, and that's really who we work for. So the easy way to join is go on the web. It's a family, individual membership is $25, $35 for a family, $50 for a band, one of the great deals in the world. Lifetime membership is $300, and we even have for people who want to pass their dedication on to the next generation. And you asked about the future of the blues. We encourage people to get the afterlife membership for a mere $500.
Will they get to see B.B. King in heaven?
Well, if they go to the same heaven,
both of them made it, right?
but they can pass this on to their heirs and assigns, as the lawyers say. So. But the future, there's a great statement about blues societies from Sid Selvage, who had the original blues festival here in 1968 and 69. He basically said, without blues societies, there's no blues, and that is the truth. I mean, there will always be a few performers who are bluesy, who may make it into the charts and keep some of that tradition alive. But to have a scene. And Memphis may be the exception. I mean, there's going to be blues here without the blues side. This is our biggest competition. It's just every day. You don't need the Blues Society here to just have the blues. You need it to have the BonaFide Blues Festival and Blues Day Tuesday, and a jam every Sunday.
Right.
So tell us about Blues Day Tuesday.
We started. Blues Day Tuesday led us actually to the festival. One of our board members 3 or 4 years ago, we had a strategic planning session.
We have those all the time. We have those all the time.
And they're dangerous. This is where the term "be careful what you wish for" came up. So Overton Square was just taken off, and somebody started saying, there's all these people. We should just And so we had this idea. It was just a concept. Then we were invited to do music. We had a little session on the Courtyard Square for the Indie Memphis film fest. And Jackie Nichols with the theater were all the theater guru for the Overton Square ran into us and said, we need to talk. They should do this, have a regular thing. So one thing led to another. We met with Loeb, and Blues Day Tuesday was born. Now our problem was we didn't have the money to put it on, but we had a venue.
We had musical acts.
Yeah. So anyway, we eventually one thing I learned from Jackie Nichols. He said, "Don't ever say, if things work out, this will happen. Mm-hmm. Say, we're doing a festival. Right. Period. It's going to happen." Okay. And anyway, that was Blues Day Tuesday. We had a year of that. then the next year we had Blues Day Tuesday, and the first year of the BonaFide Blues Festival. Blues Day Tuesday is going on right now over in the Courtyard, and Southern Avenue, who won the International Blues Competition last year, stunning band, singer that just everyone looked at her in 2 minutes. They're like, Tina Turner come back? She is something else, and really just a great band. Got a great story. They're cutting a CD right now, and they're playing over there. It's a free festival. This is our biggest attendance yet this year. It's just been
well,
really
I think
great.
we should just wrap all this up and just go over there.
I think so.
You listen to Blues in the Basement, young man T. Shaw, and my girl Stephanie. Special guest Mr. John Gemmill of the Memphis Blues Society, talking about the BonaFide Blues Fest coming up Overton Square, September 30th and October 1st.
He got the dates right.
He did.
Got it right. And I tell you what, John, now when you was talking about the membership, when people join the Memphis Blues Society, what do they get for their membership?
Well, they should get $25 worth of good feeling.
Satisfaction.
Right.
They should know that they are keeping the
They're
blues
supporting.
alive.
Right.
They should know that without their support, we would be able to do what they're doing.
The artist that's trying to
in addition, we have. It just seems like we're always having a party, and we have a member party that has 2 years. For 2 years, it was out at Elvis's house in First House on Audubon, out near the Dixon Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Next year, it was at Memphis Sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
These parties are fabulous, and you could not go to a party without paying more than $25 like that. Without paying more than $25
Enjoying the night.
So it's a good deal. Plus, you get an opportunity to volunteer. If you work really hard, you may get drafted onto the board, which I won't say is a benefit, but it's another opportunity to give. And anyway, yeah, it's a very small price to pay, and we need the members. It's really important. The big thing is we need to hear from the members. That's the thing. If our conversation with the members about what we need to be doing is that's what led to the festival and everything. Why don't we have a blues festival? Why don't we have a blues festival? And so that's it.
And so if you're listening and you're not in Memphis, you suggest that they join whatever blues society in whatever part of the world that they're in?
After they join the Memphis Blues Society. Right.
For $25, you can join everybody.
I am personally a member of 3 Blues Society. I moved here from Birmingham 8 years ago. I still belong to the Magic City Blues Society. Mm-hmm. I'm a member of the Nashville Blues Society because I want to keep an eye on what our competition's doing.
You're a smart man, John. Now, we talked to you about the future of the Memphis Blues Society. Can you tell us a little bit about what you think the future of the BonaFide Festival is?
Well, the future I'm worried about right now is basically September 30th. I think it's looking really good. We've got a great lineup.
I like you, John. Are you sure you're not a politician? You deflected that question very well.
I'm gonna get to it, okay. But it's when you're in the middle of organizing something like that, the future is very near.
Myopic.
Yeah, myopic. That's exactly right.
Big word.
But I mean, if it goes well, last year one of the things we did was we did a lot of surveying. We just asked a lot of
and you worked really hard. I want to add that. I want to just add that.
You mean our group did? Yeah.
Well, I only saw you because you were the only person that I knew at that point when we met you last year, and you worked really hard.
I was kind of.
You had a lot of hats. You were wearing a lot of hats.
The reason I looked like I was working hard was because I was actually handing out envelopes of cash.
I remember that.
Yeah, and which made me in demand. That is the hardest job. Well, it's yeah.
If I don't have an envelope with your name on it, I don't want to see you.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a hard job.
On the other hand, everyone wants to see you.
Right.
But so that was it's a good. That was fun. Yeah, but the thing is that we had 100 people working hard. That was why, it worked well. Everyone got paid, which was my responsibility. But so we did a lot of surveying. So we had kids with clipboards out, what do you like about it? Where are you from? So we had about 4,000 people visit. It might have been more or less. 1,000 of them were from out of the country.
Wow.
Half of them, counting the out of the country, but half of them were from either out of the country or out of the tri-state area. They were from Michigan and Oregon, and a lot of them were on their way to the King Biscuit, which is one of the big premier ones of the country. But
it's a couple of days away.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know when our festival will be, it will always be the week before King Biscuit. Whenever King Biscuit is,
so they can hop in their RV.
Yeah,
travel on down and keep going.
Or if they're from Germany, they fly in and they're hanging out. They may go to Nashville or New Orleans. It's fabulous. We're part of something called the Bridging the Blues, which is Arkansas, Tennessee, and Mississippi. It's a kind of a co-promotion thing. So I think the festival has legs. I think that it's going to be a long time before there's anywhere else in the world that can get 30 or 40 or 50 acts. And I will last year we had 45 acts. We had more money going into this thing, so we were pretty free spending. We had 45 acts play. We also had 45 acts who were pissed off that they didn't play.
Wow.
So that's a lot of talent. And I will say the people who didn't play, it wasn't because they were not good enough. That we could have switched the 45 who didn't play with the 45 who played and had a great festival. There's a ton of talent in this 100-mile area, and there's nowhere else in the world. So I think as long as that's going on, and as long as people in Memphis kind of get that, and that is that's the weak spot. Memphis, it's been noted in every area. We are not our biggest boosters.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And we've heard that a lot from the different artists that we've had come on. And that is really a sad commentary. But we want to hope that if we can do anything, we want to be a part of changing that.
When we started our jam, our weekly jam, we went from twice a month to once a week down at Rum Boogie. We worked out a deal where we could pay $100 a man, and we decided that was really our minimum wage. That was 3-4 years ago. That's pathetic. but it's pathetic, but it's double or triple what people get paid on a normal basis. So people who really love the blues sacrifice for it in ways that I find incredible, but they're doing, they're living for it, but they're not making enough money to pay the rent, or there's probably 2/3 of the blues performers, and this includes the youngsters and everything, they could get food stamps. That's pathetic.
On your weekly jam, do you have to be a member of the society to come down and be a part of that on Sundays?
We would love everyone to join, but we don't check cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you want to sing, what's $25?
See,
you.
Yes, I think we need a business manager.
I mean, what's $25 for you to get the opportunity to hold the mic, be backed up by some the world-renowned artist?
What are you doing every Sunday from here on out?
I will be down there soliciting $25 from people if that's where I need to be, John.
All right.
You're listening to Blues in the Basement. Your man T. Shaw, my girl Stephanie. Our special guest, Mr. John Gemmill of the Memphis Blues Society, and we've had a wonderful show, wonderful time talking to you about everything. Don't forget to go like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and IG, and make sure you subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast provider, and make sure you like all those other properties on the Kazuki Network, like R&R on Sports, 3BC, those funky politics, and of course you and me, my dear, Blues in the Basement. John, any last words before we wrap this up?
I said something about lack of support, but we need to underline the people who have supported us. Our big sponsors on this, Gibson Companies, and that's not Gibson Guitars. That's
J.W. Gibson.
J.W. Gibson, correct. Loeb Properties, Memphis Daily News. These are people who we honor and are infinitely grateful to, because they stepped out, took a chance on us, and they're making it happen. We have a lot of other sponsors, too numerous to mention, as they say, but they're including the Kadzukian Network.
And let us mention, we will be there again this year.
And I will say, one of the great things, one of the things that blues promoters are not known for is great introductions. Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all set a whole new standard.
You guys are so special to us that
you set a standard. The standard was there was no standard. It was like so low there was no standard.
Oh, well, we got to get
y'all
better.
Did a great job.
Do better. Yeah, we got to
get better.
Go to the website and check them out, the MemphisBluesSociety.com, to find out more. And tomorrow you'll be able to go on the website and find out all the acts that will be on the show at the BonaFide Blues Fest at Overton Square, September 30th, October 1st. Check it out. 3 main stages, big stages, a lot of fun.
35 acts.
Yeah.
And buy your tickets. That's the big thing you can do tomorrow.
Ahead.
You can go, www.bluessociety.com, right?
You can go to that, or you can go to BonaFideBluesFest.com.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
John Gemmill.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, John.
Here. I hear the phone ringing.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to Blues in the Basement. Who we have on the line?
Hey, this is Miss Mary.
Hey, Miss Mary.
Oh, you sound like a real firecracker, honey.
Yeah, this is Miss Mary, baby.
What you doing tonight, Miss Mary, baby?
I'm frying pork chop.
And listening to some good blues.
Yes.
So our producer said you got a request. Do you have a request for us?
Yes, while I'm cooking, I need to hear me some Albert King.
We want to play some blues for you there, Miss Mary. You want that one?
Play it for me, baby. Play it.
We'll do it. Make sure you like us and love us right here on Blues in the Basement.
If you're down and out and you feel real hurt, come on over to the place where I work. And all your loneliness I'll try to soothe. I'll play the blues for you. Don't be afraid. Come on in. You might run across, some of your old friends. All the loneliness I've got to soothe. I'll play the blues for you. Come on in. Sit right here. Let's rap a while. You see, I'm kind of lonely too. And loneliness is a very bad thing if you let it get the best of you. And loneliness can get you down, you know. Yeah. Are you comfortable now? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. As I was saying before, loneliness can get you down. And I have heard of loneliness blowing some good people's mind, you know? But you can't do that. This is a big world. This is a big world. There's too many nice things happening in this world. You're a very pretty girl. Where you live? No. Disregard that. That's okay. That's the most important thing. I want to know you. I say, I want to know you. Ooh-wee, that's groovy, ain't it? I'll play the blues for you. I ain't got no big name. Oh, Lord, and I ain't no big star. I'll play the blues for you on my guitar. try to soothe, I'll play the blues for you. Excuse me.
I think we got a caller.
Hello, caller. You on the phone?
Hello.
Oh, shit.
I feel like I just entered.
Right. Caller, who are we talking to?
Did you say oh shit as in DC?
Sir, ma'am, whoever you are, I'm sorry. Who are we talking to?
Good.
Who are we talking to? Where you calling from?
Man, this is Plenty, who got Plenty.
Oh.
And if you want to say it with a lisp, I got Plenty.
Oh.
You can have him.
Well, I kind of like him. He sounds like a real pimp. So I know you like the blues, right? I can tell from your voice.
I love the blues.
You like the blues?
Oh, I love the blues.
Has anybody given you the blues?
He just gave it to
I
me.
get the blues every day, but I overcome it because I talk this way.
Oh, well, I like you already. Now, is there a song that you'd like to hear?
You got Coco Taylor.
I think I can pull up a little Coco Taylor for you.
Pull up a little Coco Taylor for me. I just want to, let's just test it out. Let's dip our toe in the water.
I really like you. And what's your name again now?
They call me Slimmy.
Slimmy. I'm going to have to get your telephone number from the producer. We might have to call you after the show.
You gonna call me for real?
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that. Producer, can you get that number for me?
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
777-9311.
I have nothing to do with this.
Was there a particular song by Coco Taylor you wanted to hear? Because I have a theme song by Coco Taylor.
I have a theme song by Coco Taylor, too. I actually co-wrote that song with Coco Taylor back in 42.
Oh.
Now he lying.
That's okay. They sound sweet. His laugh sounds sweet.
It was
I
doing
can
good,
watch
plenty.
TV with one eye, baby, and look at the other one with my thigh. Oh, come on.
What the hell? And you gonna call him back?
I don't know. I'm kindly rethinking that. Now, was there a particular song that you needed to hear?
Voodoo Woman.
That's my theme song.
It's your theme song.
It's my theme song.
I'm gonna let you still have this one.
Thank you so much, Slimmy with Plenty. We're gonna get that Coco Taylor on for you. A little Voodoo Woman right here with Blues in the Basement.
I'm gonna tell you something, girl. If you ever want to call me, I got a body condom and scuba gear.
Oh shit! Goodbye.
And scene. Goodbye.
They call me the voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. They call me the voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. Lord, if I raise my hand, you know the sky begins to cry. They call me the voodoo woman. I look through water and spy dry land. They call me the voodoo woman. I look through water and spy dry land. I tell all you men, if your woman got enough, I got a rabbit foot in my pocket, a toad frog in my shoe, a crawfish on my shoulder, you looking dead at you. I got dust from a rattlesnake, I got a black spider bone. If that don't do it, baby, you better leave it all alone. They call me the voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. Lord, if I raise my hand, you know the sky begins to cry. I got a rabbit foot in my pocket, a toad frog in my shoe, a crawfish on my shoulder, looking dead at you. I got dust from a rattlesnake, I got a black spider bone. If that don't do it, baby, you better leave it all alone. They call me the voodoo woman, and I know the reason why. Lord, if I raise my hand, know the sky sky begin to cry. Lord, if I raise my hand, you know the sky begin to cry. Lord, if I raise my hand, you know the sky begin to cry. Lord, if I raise my hand, you know the sky begin to cry.
Blues in the basement, in the basement, in the basement, in the basement, in the
You stay out all night till the break of day. Snap me up with everything I say. Little by little, oh, I'm losing you, I can see. And bit by bit, darling, your love is slipping away from me. Oh, what you doing, baby? Don't you know it ain't right? I wonder what you're doing, that it takes all night. Little by little, oh, I'm losing you, I can see. And bit by bit, your love is slipping away from me. Now I say, whoa, whoa. Oh, now, whoa, I said, whoa, I get so disgusted when I try to kiss you. Just don't feel like it used to do. Little by little, oh, I'm losing you, I can see. Oh, and bit by bit, darling, your love is slipping away from me. I tried to trail last night in my car, so scared I might find just what I was looking for. Little by little, oh, I'm losing you, I can see. And bit by bit, your love is slipping away from me. Now I say, whoa, baby, that's the way I feel. Oh, I said, whoa, child, oh, that's the way that I feel. I said, whoa, child, baby, that's the, honey, that's the, oh, I said, whoa, child, baby, that's the way I feel. I said, whoa, child, baby, that's the way I feel. I said, whoa, child, baby, that's the way I feel.
That was Susan Tedeschi, remake of Junior Wells and Buddy Guy, Little by Little.
I like that.
What a great show, Steph.
What a great show.
Man, we had a wonderful time.
I mean, John is like the
Yeah.
best interview.
He just
one of
did
the
work
best.
for us today. Yes, he did.
one of
And
the
make
best.
sure now you go to the website, MemphisBluesSociety.com, and check it out, and you get be able to get your tickets and all the information about the BonaFide
BonaFide
Blues Festival taking place September the 30th and October 1st at Overton Square, down in Memphis, Tennessee.
And don't forget, he doesn't care who joins the Memphis Blues Society, just as long as they've joined.
Right.
You can be in Germany, you can be in Italy, you can be wherever you want to be and join the Memphis Blues Society. They need you. They need your $25. They need your support.
www.memphisbluessociety.com will get you there for you to join today, and you can do it right now. And make sure you like us, you love us, and tweet us, and make sure you join us on the Kazuki Network for all those other properties like On Sports,
Funky Politics,
3BC, and of
don't
course you
forget us.
and me, Blues in the Basement. Wonderful show, baby.
It was a great show.
See you next week.
Quite possibly.
Same bad time.
Same bad time. Same bad station.
Bring your blues, boo.
I got him.
We'll see you.
Thank you.
Blues in the Basement.
Blues in the Basement, recorded live at LPI Studios in the heart of Midtown Memphis, Tennessee. Web designer Daniel Coates, executive producer Larry Robinson. Produced by Reggie Fine. Blues in the Basement, part of the Katsukian Network.